Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to a new webinar session hosted by the Huawei Enterprise Support Community. My name is Elena. I'm the marketing manager of the Huawei Enterprise Support Community. Today's webinar will explore the topic of Huawei FusionCube design, planning, and installation. It is presented by Kashif Ali. He is an HCIE expert and also an MVE member of our community. He's an elite user in our community, and this is his second webinar. I will also share the link to his first webinar if you want to watch it. I shared the webinar post in the chat. We will refer to it as the webinar post. That is where you'll have to go a bit later to share your comments and to participate in the activity for today. Okay, there is some noise. Hopefully, Kashif will be able to hide that noise. I'm not sure. Maybe the neighbors.
They are doing something. I think there's some construction work.
Some construction work. Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I think everyone can understand that sometimes these things happen and cannot be avoided.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's hope that we will be able to hear you clearly during the presentation. That's the most important thing.
Yes.
Okay. I think that we should start, and if more people will join a bit later, there's no issue. We will record this session and we will upload the recording later. So in case they miss the first part, they will be able to see it anyway. So I will let you take over, Kashif, and start your presentation. I will just present the activity a bit later. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Alina. Welcome to all, and I think we will learn from this presentation some technical things about the FusionCube design and planning installation. So I think there are already presentation delivered by some of our colleagues about the FusionCube. So I will be not going into the detail of the FusionCube, but I'll be working on the designing and planning installation, how we can install it, how we can plan it, and what are the node types. So let's start it. So about me, I have more than 15 years of experience on different technologies like storage, servers, cloud, network, disaster recovery, and my currently role is I'm a solution architect. So I have to design different complex solutions. So I have the responsibility to design a complex and turnkey solutions. And I have some certification as well. So this session is about Huawei. So I will share my certification only about the Huawei. So I have already some other certification as well, like Oracle, VMware, Veeam, and other things as well. But in Huawei, I have 2 HCIE. One is cloud and another is storage. And I'm also the winner of the Huawei Cloud Tiger program, which was designed for Pakistan. So we have competition here. So I was the winner in that competition as well. And I have a YouTube channel. So you guys can subscribe it and you can check it for the technology related things. So I'm working on it. I'm sharing different technologies on my YouTube channel. So today's presentation is about FusionCube. I will introduce FusionCube on the high level. In detail, I will be not going into the detail because already there are some webinars available. So you can go and check. There are recorded webinar available, which was delivered by our colleagues. So if you want to learn about FusionCube in detail, you can watch that videos as well. But our focus is on FusionCube nodes type, network, and deployments more. So today we'll learn about the deployments techniques, how we can deploy the FusionCube, and what are the types in FusionCube. So we will be discussing FusionCube Builder and FusionCube Center. So let me start the presentation. Okay, we'll be learning about the FusionCube designing and planning, and then we have simulators available online. I will share the link with you guys as well, so you guys can also go and play around with the simulators for the learning purpose. if you want to do it in production. So first you can go to the simulator and practice on the simulators to learn about the environment. And then we have some questions. We will be taking some questions. I will try my best to answer your queries. And after session, I think on the forum we will have 3 questions. You have to answer that as well. So in traditional environment, as we can see, in traditional compute-centric scale-out architecture, we have different storages, and on top of that, we have connectivity with the SCIP, SC or IP. This is the network connectivity, and then we have a server. On each server, VMs are running, different VMs are running. So then we have hyperscale web scale architecture. In this architecture, we have distributed storage. So these storage are converted to distributed storage. So we have local storage in the server, and we use it as a distributed storage. And top of that, the VMs are running. So in this data-centric environment, it is very complex, and management was very complex, and it is very difficult to manage all these things. But now we have hyperconverged architecture. In hyperconverged architecture, we have service-centric scale-out architecture. In one box, we have all the things like storage, network, compute, and everything is in one node, in one box, complete box. So you have software-defined HCIE hyperconverged architecture, which has storage, network, and compute. And Huawei can support FusionSphere and VMware as well. You can use VMware as a hypervisor or FusionSphere. But we cannot use vSAN for the distributed storage. For distributed storage, we have to use Fusion storage. Here we will use Fusion storage. Now the technology is going towards the HCIE architecture. In HCIE, we can use chassis, blade chassis as well, and rack server as well. But right now, I think Huawei is not providing blade chassis, and rack server is available for the HCIE solution. Huawei will provide servers, and everything is there. The network servers, all it is complete solutions. So you will have the storage nodes, compute nodes, everything will be there. So the benefits of the HCIE is you have faster CPU, cheaper SSDs, and low latency network. We can use 10G. Nowadays, we have roaming network, so we can use 100 gig as well. As we can see, network, storage, and compute all are in one box. So, everything will be managed from one software. And the deployment is very easy. We can have multiple ways to deploy it. You can get a pre-installed box as well. And if you want to install it by yourself, so you can install it as well. In traditional IT architecture, as we can see, we have network switch, server, and then FC switches and storage. So everything is isolated. What are the issues? We have this issue, slow deployment. You have to deploy storage first, configuration of the SAN switches, storage configuration. Maybe you need different engineer to configure the storage, and maybe you need a different engineer to configure this network, and different engineer for this servers. And all these teams will be working together, and there are a lot of communication issues, a lot of issues. So the deployment will be very slow. And obviously, if there are different things are running in one environment, so the O&M is very difficult to manage it, and maybe you have performance bottleneck as well, because everything is not fully integrated to each other. So Huawei is providing FusionCube HCIE environment. In FusionCube HCIE, we have one complete box. It has storage, network, and compute all together. Currently, we have the minimum node requirements are 3, but in future, I think I just discussed with the guys, so they told me that they are working on it. I think in the future, 2 nodes will be also supported in the new version. So because everything is fully integrated, and it is from one vendor, the software, hardware, everything is from one vendor. So the performance bottleneck will be not there like this. from here you will get performance issues as well. And the O&M is very easy because you have only one interface. You have to manage from one interface only. And the deployment, same is the deployment. For deployment, we have tools. We can do automatic installation and we can do automatic discovery. Everything is very seamless. So deployment is very easy. Okay, as you can see, we have distributed storage in the FusionCube. So distribution storage are, for example, you have servers, multiple servers, 1, 2, 3, 4 servers. These all will work together as a distributed storage. And there's no limitation. I think around 4,000 something, in thousand, it's in thousand. You can create multiple nodes and add it to the storage, distributed storage. And we have unified management for storage, for hypervisor and VMs. So all will be managed from this unified management. So HCI is the best architecture right now to manage your storage, your virtualization software, and all the VMs and network related things as well. So it will be, everything will be in box. So it is like a cloud-based infrastructure. Okay, as we discussed this right now in documentation, it is the minimum node are 3 nodes, but in future we can configure 2 nodes as well. The minimum requirement will be 2. So it is on demand. You can easily expand your compute node, storage node. You can do it independently, and you can do it from the centralized management portal, and it can scale out to 1024 nodes. And maybe in future we have new versions, so it will support more nodes as well. So the capacity expansion and all these things are very easy. We can easily expand it, and we can do the expansion of the compute node separately, and for the storage node we can also do expansions separately. Okay, this is a very important slide. For example, you have a production site and DR site. So how you will replicate VMs from one site to another site. So Huawei is providing Ultra VR and BC Manager. Ultra VR is used for the Fusion Sphere replication, and the VC Manager will be used for the VMware replication as well. So Huawei support both. We can use Fusion Sphere as a. Can we have a 5-minute break for this Azan? I think just we have just
Yes,
wait
sure.
for.
Okay. Thank you everyone for understanding. We will just wait for a few more minutes. Kashif, please let me know when you can restart the presentation. Thank you, everyone. Yes, if our host Kashif allows me, I will share the presentation as well. It's his decision. What I can tell you for sure is that we will share the recording. Exactly. And if you want to know where you need to go to find the presentation after the webinar is over, exactly. It's the activity link. This is also where I will upload the recording, and if Kashif allows me to share the presentation as well, I will also attach the PPT here. So this is the post that you need to follow. Yeah, I understand. But this is our host's decision, of course, because it's his work in the PPT and he needs to approve it first.
Okay, let's start.
Okay, so we can restart.
We can start. My voice is okay, or the volume is not good?
Um, I think it's normal now. Do you guys think the volume should be a bit higher?
Okay, I will try my best.
Yeah, I think this is now it's very clear.
Okay, okay. So let's start again. We were discussing about the replication. So for every solution, we need must have a replication solution. For example, if you have a production site, if you have production site and you have a DR site, for example, we have a production site and DR site. So you must have a replication software to replicate your VMs from PR site to DR site. For in case if you have a disaster solution, so you can power on your machine from the DR site. So Huawei is providing Ultra VR and BC Manager. Ultra VR is used for Fusion Fusion storage replication, and the BC Manager is used for the VMware. For Fusion storage and Fusion Sphere replication is used for Ultra VR is used for Fusion Sphere replication, and the BC Manager is used for the VMware replication. So if you guys have the idea of site recovery manager from VMware, it is same like that. You can create a test plan. You can do DR drills, and you can do migration, and you can do disaster recovery. For example, if you want to move your VMs from PR to DR site, so you can easily log into the BC Manager or Ultra VR and just select the VMs and you want to move it to the DR site. So it will be migrated to the DR site, and you can also reprotect your DR site by using reprotection. If you reprotect the production site, it will start reverse replication to the primary site. So your DR site will be act as a PR and your PR will be act as a DR. So then you can also, once the replication is completed, you can go back to your production site and then you can reprotect and you can do your reverse replication as well. So this is a very powerful tool, and we can do this manually as well, but for the management, replication management, VM management, we need uh, centralized software to manage these things. So Ultravia and DC Manager is used for replication and site DR management as well. So in Fusion Sphere solution, we have different nodes. These are the node types. For example, MCNA. MCNA is used for the management and cluster management. All the management things are stored in MCNA. And SCNA is computing plus storage. So in MCNA, we can create user VMs as well. It will act as a storage, management, and compute as well. So we can use this MCNA for user VM, for storage purpose, and for management. So this MCNA can have all the roles. But in SCNA, we have compute plus storage. So this will be contributed as a storage as well, and we can create VMs on top of it. So user VM will be also created here. In SCNA, it is must that you have the HDD and SSD available in SCNA. But in CNA is only for computing. So you don't need to have this storage disk available in the CNA. In CNA, you need only the operating system disk, right? One should be there with 2 disks. So in case one disk fails, so the second disk will take over. So you need to install only the hypervisor. Hypervisor will be installed on these 2 disks, and no need to add other disks because this will act only as a CNA. So user VMs will be deployed in this CNA. So this will be used only for compute purpose only. And then we have SNA node as well. This SNA node will work as a storage node only. So it must have the disk available. These disks should be available because these two will be integrated together for distributed storage. So SNA, these all will be contributing in the distributed storage. So it must have the storage available to contribute for a distributed storage. In this node, we cannot create VM. As we can see, there is no user VM here. So it will be act as a storage node only. And there is a physical database node as well. If, for example, in Oracle, there's a license restrictions. So you must have physical node. So we can add the physical database nodes in HCIE as well. This option is for databases only. So if your database supports VMs, we can create VMs and we can install database. But if there is a restriction from like Oracle restrict that you cannot use virtualization environment other than the Oracle. So in that case, we can use this physical machine. So these are the nodes type. So when you deploy the HCIE by yourself, so you have to take care of these nodes, that which node have which role to assign. And it depends on the hardware, that which type of hardware you have. Okay, let's see the networking. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 networks. This replication network is used for replication. For example, if you want to replicate from one HCI to other HCI, so these replication links will be configured for replication only. So 2 links will be required, 2 physical NIC will be required to configure replication link between these chases. And once you configure the replication, so you have to assign these links for replication only. This VMC is used for the hardware management, like INOM, or you want to access the console of the server. So this network we use for the console. This service network is configured for VM only. As we can see, it is connected directly to the VMs. So, for example, if you have our DVS, and DVS on top of that, you have port group. You have port group. So this, for example, this port group is a VLAN is 2025. So this service network will be connected to the VM, and this 25 will be connected to the VM. So the user can access VMs using this service network. So this service network will be exposed to the users. Any user will be coming and connected to the VM using this service network. All the services be running on this service network. And there's another network, storage network. This storage network will be used for internal communication of the distributed storage. So every node will be communicating with this storage network for storage only. This is only internal. It will be not exposed externally. So it will work internally. And the third is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is fifth network is management. Management network will be used for the Fusion Builder, Fusion Center, Fusion Compute, and Fusion Storage web portal. If you want to manage all these things, so this management network will be used to access the web management web portal for every solution. We have one centralized portal, which is FusionCube Center, so we can manage all the things from that portal. So this management network will be used for the management, and we can use this management network for the VM management as well if you want to assign it. It's optional. if you want to assign this network to the VM, if administrator want to log into SSH or anything, any administration, so we can do that as well. But it is not necessary. We can use the service as well. It depends on the requirement. So these all are the networks. So once you must have the idea of all these networks, because before deployment, you should know that which network is belong to which component. So you have to assign it properly. If the network is not correct, the installation will fail, and you will be not able to access anything, and maybe the installation stuck in between and it fails. So the network designing is very important here. Okay, we have two types of configuration in FusionCube. One is pre-install. If you have ordered pre-install configuration, so you will receive complete hardware and everything will be pre-installed. You just need to go to the browser using this IP, and you will access the management node. So you have to configure the IP to your PC, access the management network, change the IP, and perform initialization. That's it. Don't need to do anything. Once you access this IP, you will get access of the FusionCube Center. So FusionCube Center, from FusionCube Center, you can configure everything. When you click this initial configuration, it will ask about the IP addresses or all the rules about the nodes, and we will see in the future. We will see in the future coming slides at how we can configure it. We'll be doing it from simulator as well, so you guys will have the idea how to configure it. So this is the FusionCube Center IP. For example, you have ordered the pre-installed configuration, so you have to log in and just change the management IP. These are the IPs. This is the active node IP. This is the standby node IP. These IPs are of FusionCube Center. There are two VMs running. One is active and one is standby. In case one machine goes down, so the second will take over. That is FusionCube Center. From FusionCube Center, we can do all the configuration. So once you order the hardware, you will have the pre-installed software configuration. You need to change the IP address only. Okay, that was once the Fusion Center is configured, then you can go to the Fusion Center and you can go to the Fusion Compute as well, and you can create VMs in the Fusion Center as well. If you want to go to the Fusion Compute, you can also click on the Fusion Compute link, and then you can create VMs. My last webinar was on the Fusion Compute. If you want to know how to create VMs, how to configure DVS, so you can go and check the recordings. You will have the idea how to configure VMs and how to install VMs on Fusion Compute. But in Fusion Center, you can also create VMs from Fusion Center. It's a centralized management, and you can go to Fusion Storage. You can go to Fusion Compute as well. All are accessible from FusionCube Center. Okay, if you want to install it by yourself, so you need FusionCube Builder. FusionCube Builder is you can download this as a VM. It is available on the Huawei website. This is a VM, Fusion Builder VM, and then there are some packages which will have to be uploaded to FusionCube VM, like Fusion Storage, CNA, and all the other stuff should be uploaded to this FusionCube Builder VM. And then the FusionCube Builder VM should be connected to the management network, and then we can deploy the software on the servers or the chassis. So the deployment mode, there are different deployment modes. Hyper-converged virtualized infrastructure. So we can support VMware and FusionSphere. You can use VMware as a hypervisor, but we cannot use vSAN as a distributed storage. We have to use Fusion Storage as a distributed storage. In VMware case, we have a proxy VM which will be connected to the Fusion Storage, and it will create data store on the VMware. In FusionSphere, it is already compatible, so we can use FusionSphere as well. So in hypervisor, we have both options. In Huawei HCIE, we can use VMware either as a hypervisor, or we can use FusionSphere. And the second option is we can use the database infrastructure physical server as well. We can install a physical server in the HCIE to meet the compliance of the databases software, because in databases you have to take care of the licenses, or maybe due to performance issue, or maybe any recommendation if you need physical servers, so you can do that as well. So the FusionCube builder is the starting point to deploy the FusionCube HCIE. So FusionCube builder can be on your laptop, or you can use a PC, and it should be connected to the management network of the rack server, or you can use chassis as well. If the chassis is available, so it should be connected to the any switch, and this laptop should be connected to the management network. So the management network should be accessible in this area. So so when you configure the Fusion builder, you will have the access of the web GUI of the FusionCube builder. This is the interface of FusionCube builder. So we can, as we can see, we can do FusionSphere deployment as well, and ESXi and database infrastructure as well. So we can deploy anything from here. Okay, now let's see how the FusionCube builder we can prepare it. It's as you can see, it's a VirtualBox OA file. So you have to download it from the Huawei website, and then you can install the VirtualBox software on your PC and deploy this VM on top of VirtualBox. VirtualBox is Oracle virtualization software, like VMware has the desktop software, so we can create VMs on the VMware software. So it is same like the VMware desktop version. So we can download it from Oracle side. It's a VirtualBox win.exe. We can download it from the Oracle, and then we can download this FusionCube builder.oa from Huawei website, and we have to deploy this OA file on the VirtualBox. So in VirtualBox, it will these are the requirements. You have to create VM according to these requirements, and then deploy the VM on this on the VirtualBox. Once the VM is deployed, so as we can see, it's once the VM is deployed, you have to power it on. So it has already the operating system, everything is installed. You just need to change the IP address. These are the default port and default password. So you need to access it. If the IP address is not matching to according to your requirements, so you can change the IP. You just change the IP address according to your requirement, and then access it from the browser. You can use this port and this password. Okay, before that, before deployment, you need to download these software packages from the Huawei website, and you have to upload these packages to this folder in Fusion Builder VM. So this is the path. You have to upload all the files to FusionCube Builder VM. You have to download this FusionCube. You have to download this FusionCube software, FusionSphere software, and VMware if you want to use VMware. But if you want to use FusionSphere only, so you have to download this FusionSphere. And if you want the DB as well, it depends on the requirement, which deployment you want to do. So according to your deployments, you have to download these packages, and you have to upload it to the Fusion Builder VM, because the Fusion Builder VM will deploy everything and will do remote installation to your servers or rack server or chassis. Okay, once you open the Fusion Builder GUI, so you will see this interface. So for example, I want to deploy FusionSphere on my rack server or chassis. So I have to select FusionSphere. Okay, there's an option automatic discovery or manual discovery. So these IP addresses actually, these are the BMC IP. These are the console IPs of the servers, or if you have chassis, so you have to put the IP address. Is management module. In chassis, we have different management modules. From management modules, we can manage all the blades from one interface. So if you have blade chassis, so you can put the management module IP address, starting IPs and ending IPs. So for example, you have 10 servers, you can put the whole subnet, so it will automatically scan that, in this network how many BMCs are available so for discovery. And there is auto discovery option as well. You can click auto discovery, so that it will automatically discover servers available on the network. So this is the discovery method. We can discover it like this. And for auto discovery, it used SSDB automatic discovery protocol. So it should be enabled on the chassis or on the servers. But the best, I would recommend to use the BMC IP scanning. Just put the BMC IP range on the portal. It will automatically scan it and will collect the data, and it will be available. So both options are available. If automatic doesn't work or SSDB is not enabled, you can use BMC IP scanning as well. It will automatically scan it. Okay, once this is for VMware, once your servers are discovered, so it will ask about the IP, which IP range you want to use for deployments. So this is BMC management plane, as we can see. This is the management plane, and the second one is storage plane. In storage, we can assign we can change the VLAN as well. For management and for BMC, we will be using native VLAN, so it will be automatically added. We can use VLAN 1. And these are the nodes. You have to select node types from here, that which node have which role. It is according to the hardware, which hardware you have. For example, you have multiple storage nodes, so it will be available here. For example, you have 10 nodes, so here you will have 10 nodes available. Right now, we have 3 only. So we can configure all the IPs from here, and we can assign roles to all the nodes. From here, we can assign nodes. And you can do automatic IP assignment as well. So if you on it, automatically all IPs will be filled out. If you want to change it, you can change it. After all these configuration, and this is the repository. You have to upload repository to the FusionCube builder. All the software should be uploaded to the FusionCube builder VM. So from here, it will automatically get the data and will push it to the server. So these are your servers. These are in configuration. You have to check the IPs and the network, and then you have to click verify. Once you verify it, okay, this is for FusionSphere. It has the same thing, but here's a difference. It will ask for the Fusion Compute and Fusion Manager IP as well, because it will install these things as well. So all the things, the rest is same. So no need to, there's no difference. So the difference is for Fusion Computer and Fusion Manager. All the things are the same. Okay, once you verify it, so it will automatically check the data that everything is okay. All the machines are accessible. There is no issue. So it will verify everything, and you have to click confirm. Okay, once you confirm it, so the installation will be started. So as we can see, that all the nodes are here. There are 2 MCNA and 1 SCNA. This is storage node, and these are management nodes. So it can be, the management nodes can be used for compute, storage, and all the things, and SCNA can be used for storage and compute. So installation will be in progress. You can check the status by clicking this. When you click here, it will show you what is going on right now. So if it failed, you can reinstall it from here as well. There is a button. If it is failed, you can reinstall. You have to fix the issue and then click on reinstall. It will start reinstallation again. So from here, you can easily trace it that what is currently the Fusion Builder is doing. So Fusion Builder will be pushing all the images. It will be rebooting the machines from the remotely from the ISOs. It will install SCNA, then it will install management software. Everything will be installed from the Fusion Builder. So you don't need to do anything. Everything will be automated. Okay, once installation is completed, so we will have the Fusion Cube Center IP here and the password and the username is here. So you have to click on this and you will get access of the Fusion Cube Center. From Fusion Cube Center, we will be doing the rest of configuration for the HCIE. Okay, once we log into the Fusion Cube Center, we will get this message to perform initial configuration. So we have to click this because when you log into Fusion Cube Center, you have to do the initial configuration. Okay, this window will appear when we click on initial configuration. It will be scanning all the nodes which have installation. We did the installation. Okay, this screen will appear again because it will now build the configuration. So as we can see that we can merge the network of VMC and the management network. So it will be merged, and for VM management we have Fusion Cube Center, Fusion Compute, all the IPs are here. So you have to verify it, and these are the nodes we already installed it. So it will you can verify all the configuration from here. You have to click verify button. On the bottom, we have a verify button. It will verify all the IP addresses. If there is any conflict or any issue, it will give you an error, and we can resolve that issue. So after verification, it will ask to build the configuration. So we have to click on build configuration. For example, there is an issue, so you can configure this. You can resolve this conflict issue, and then you can build it. Once we click on build, it will be starting configuration on the installed servers. Everything will be configured automatically. So we don't need to do anything. We have to just create build. It will automatically build all the configuration. Once configuration is done, so the Fusion Cube Center GUI will be available, and we can do the NTP configuration, configure management backup, data backup, and configure the authentication, etc. So the Fusion Cube Center is the main portal from where we can create VMs and we can manage the Fusion Cube HCIE. And I will show you the interface once we go to the simulation. Okay, let's go to the simulation. Okay, this is the link for the simulators. I will share with you. For example, let's go to the Fusion Builder, Fusion Cube Builder. Let me open this. Okay, you can put anything because there's no, you just put admin. We log in. Okay, so the Fusion Cube Builder is a VM, which we have discussed in my last presentation, that Fusion Cube Builder is a VM. You have to deploy it in a virtual box, and you have to upload all the packages to that virtual box machine. And you can change the IP address of that Fusion Cube Builder, and you can access it from the web portal. When you access it, for example, I want to do Fusion Sphere deployment. So I will select Fusion Sphere, click next. We have option auto discover. So I have discovered these machines. These are the rack server 2288 HV5. I have these machines. I will select these machines. These are available on the network right now for HCIE installation. These are the BMC IP addresses. These are automatically discovered. Select next. This is the default path of the repository. It will show you the file. I don't know in simulator will be showing. Yes, it is showing. You can see the files from here. You can see the Fusion Compute CNA is there, VRM is there, Builder is there, drivers, FusionCube storage tools, everything should be uploaded. The required packages must be uploaded to FusionCube Builder VM, and we can see it from here. Okay, these are the IP addresses for BMC and storage. You can change the VLAN for storage, and for management, we'll be using native VLAN. Okay, and for FusionCube Center, this is the floating IP, this is the active VM IP, and this is standard VM IP. This is the FusionCube Center. FusionCube Center is the main portal for management of the FusionCube HCIE. And Fusion Compute is hypervisor, Huawei hypervisor. So the VRM floating IP will be 4, and the active and standby IP is also there. Okay, now we have to define the cabinet location. For example, this is cabinet 1, and you can also select the interfaces, which interfaces you want to use. By default, it will automatically do the bonding and all the things. Okay, this is 2, 1, 3, 1. So you have to define the cabinet and the server location. It depends on the where it can be in the same cabinet. It can be in different and chassis. You can identify the chassis as a chassis 1 or chassis 2. So it depends on you how to manage it. And these are the rules. So minimum you need 2 MCNA. Minimum requirement is 2 MCNA should be there, and 1 SCNA. So this is the minimum requirement. I will verify it. It says duplicate IP. And then, okay. Change this. You have to verify this. You have to check the IP addresses. Maybe there are some duplications. You have to work it. You have to change the IP addresses according to your requirement. So when everything is verified, so now we can install these. We can install these MCNA and SCNA. It will automatically reboot the machines from the ISO and will install the required configuration. So you have to click install. Now the installation is in progress. As we can see, the MCNA, these are installing. This is MCNA 0, MCNA 1, and MCNA. So the installation is successfully completed. So it will automatically reboot the machine from the ISO, and it will install the hypervisor. After that, it will install all the required packages. So it will take a long time. This is a simulator, so that's why it's going very fast. But in real, it will take, I think, 1 and 2 hours. It depends on the network speed and depends on the server. So it will take some time. And when the installation is completed, now the installation is completed and there is no error. As we can see, the FusionCube Center homepage this is the IP, this is the admin username, and so this is the password. You have to click on this. From simulator, we have to go to the FusionCube Builder directly because this is just a dummy IP. In your environment, this will be your real IP. You have to click this, and you have to use this username and password to access the FusionCube Center. So now we will go to the FusionCube Center. Let me open it. So now our FusionCube Center is installed, and now I'm going to go to the FusionCube Center, and I have to do the initial configuration. You have to log in it. This is the FusionCube Center. This is the main interface for HCIE. But once you log in, it will ask for initial configuration. So I have to click this. Without this, you cannot access the FusionCube Center. You have to do the initial configuration. So it will scan again that how many nodes are available and what are the roles of every node and what configuration are available right now. So we have to verify it and we have to build it. After that, our FusionCube Center will be ready to create VMs. Okay, so This is the same page we have seen before the deployment. So everything is there. You can check and verify that if everything is okay. All the nodes are there. This is the storage pool, and this is the computer. It will automatically create a management cluster and will automatically add all these nodes to the management cluster in Fusion Compute. So I have to verify this. If there's no change, just verify it and build it. It will build your configuration. So you can see all the configuration are done. So you can see the progress from here, that what is going on and what is, you can see everything is there. So that once the build is completed, so now you have complete access for the FusionCube Center. So this is the main portal. From here, we can do everything. You can check the hardware. For example, if I want to check the servers, so it will show me the servers, which servers are available in this HCIE. You can see that these are the deployments. This is we didn't install this, but this is a simulator, so it shows all the nodes. In resources, if you go to the VMs, right, it will show all the VMs here. These are the VMs, and this is the FusionSphere tab. You can go directly here. From here, you can go directly to the FusionSphere interface. You can create VMs from there as well, and you can create VMs from here. You can easily create VMs from here. So it's very easy. And storage pool, disk, DVS, VLANs, port groups, everything can be configured. If you want to do advanced configuration, you can go to the FusionSphere and you can create more DVS and you can do more configuration. This is the management cluster, and all the compute and storage node are added in the management cluster. And you can create another cluster as well. It depends on you. So everything is managed from this portal, and you can go to the storage as well. If you want to go to the Fusion storage interface, you can go directly from here. So it will automatically open Fusion storage interface, but you can do configuration from here as well. Same for the FusionSphere configuration. You can add more FusionSphere as well. This is the main interface of the FusionCube HCIE. So let me check. Okay, that's it from my side. If there's any question, I can check the chat.
Yes, actually, we have a few unanswered questions in the chat. I think it's better if I add them again in the chat so that you can see them.
Okay.
This is the first one, and we have two more. So I think the first one is where we can find the certified, I assume, was the question, servers for FusionCube.
Let me see the chat.
Yeah.
The first question is where we can find this certified for.
Yes.
There is a list available on the Huawei website, but I think Huawei will prefer their own servers. Huawei only provide their own server in the FusionCube solution. It's a complete solution, hardware and software. So it is better to use Huawei servers because there's a lot of things involved. It automatically create VLANs, it automatically create VMs, it automatically create configuration. So the best server is Huawei servers. You have to use Huawei servers. My recommendation is to use Huawei servers. Huawei will provide you the servers and the software. Everything is all together. And the question, does Huawei HCIE node support? Yes, you can. Does Huawei HCIE node support Debian as a guest OS in VM? Yes, you can install it in others. You just click other operating system and you can install it. No issue. But maybe the VM tools are not available, so you have to live it. You can use it without tools. No issues. FusionCube Center is supported separately or is included in the FusionSphere. When you when you order to Huawei for FusionCube solution, they will automatically add all the required software licenses. Everything will be included. So you don't need to worry about the licensing. Licensing will be included. They will add all the licensing as per your requirement. Okay, we can found the certified server for FusionCube. So the same answer, you have to use the Huawei servers for as a best practice, and Huawei will provide the hardware and software. All the things will be available. Okay, any question? Does Huawei HCIE not support Debian? Is already answered. The software is already answered. Not for e-backup software must be. E-backup can be installed on any VM. The question is, e-backup software can be installed on the Huawei server, or it can be Dell or Cisco. So e-backup is a software you can. It's a Linux operating system. In Linux operating system, you have to install the e-backup. It supports SUSE, Euler, and I think there's our Red Hat as well, but we have to check the operating system requirements. So you can install it on any machine, and you can put the e-backup software, and you can configure it with the FusionSphere or any other compatible software. FusionCube is pre-configured. There's a question. FusionCube is pre-configured HCI, won't work in any server. For Fusion Compute, we can. Okay, this is the answer. So all the questions are answered. If you have any question, please let me know.
Sure. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the chat. If you don't have any questions for now, then I will present you the activity that we have prepared for you. I have shared the activity link again in the chat. So please allow me to explain how you can participate in the activity more specifically. Okay, so for those of you who are completely new to our webinar sessions, today's webinar on Huawei FusionCube design, planning, and installation is presented to you by the Huawei Enterprise Support Community. I did give you an overview of the community at the beginning of this session, but in case you missed it, please know that this is the official technical support community for all Huawei Enterprise products, solutions, and certifications. We have registered members from all around the world, mostly engineers, Huawei experts, customers, and partners, but also students who are interested in learning. You have access to an extensive knowledge base that you can learn from, including technical posts and collections that you can learn from to improve your skills. Our collections are for all levels, so from beginner to expert, everyone will find something to learn from in our community. You can use the ask for help option to get technical support from our experts. You'll get a reply in 10-15 minutes, and you'll get a solution in under 24 hours by using the ask for help option, which I showed you at the beginning. If you go to the home page, you'll find the ask for help button right here. So you can click on it, and it will take you directly to an ask for help page. Aside from technical support and technical knowledge, you will also get public recognition and access to our reward system. You can join the Elite Users program if you want to have a more significant role in our community. You can get high coins, which are the internal virtual currency of this community. And you also have access to the rewards in our online shop, as I showed you. Let me show you again. So this is the rewards section of the community. As you can see, we have different items, and you need high coins to get these items. If you want to get high coins, please check this beginner's guide and also participate in different activities, because that's how you get different prizes and also how you can collect high coins. For today, we have prepared a special activity just for you who are participating in this webinar. You need to go to the activity link that I shared before in the chat, and we have two different activities for today. The first one is for those of you who are right now in the live meeting. The activity is very easy. You need to go to the activity link that I shared before, and you need to leave a comment under that activity post. So here, you need to leave a comment under this post, and just confirm that you have attended the webinar. So please leave a comment with "I attended this webinar" under that webinar post, and then please confirm in the chat that you left the comment there. In the next 10 minutes, you can leave a comment by saying that you attended the webinar, and 5 winners will be selected after that. The prize is a $20 Amazon.com gift card, and all the winners will be announced by July 7th. We will update the post, and also we will send you a private message in case you are one of the winners in this activity. As I said, it's really important to note that you need to leave a comment here in the community, and then you just need to confirm in the chat. In order to be eligible for the reward, you need to leave a comment in the community, okay? It's really important. Otherwise, it will not be taken into account. Let me show you. So this is a good this is a good example. You need to leave a comment like this in the community by saying that I attended this webinar. You still have, I don't know, a few more minutes left to leave a comment like this. You have 2 chances of winning. The second activity we have prepared. We invite you to answer 3 technical questions. All of them are based on the content that was presented today, of course. And again, we will choose 5 participants who answered correctly to the 3 questions to get Amazon gift cards. The value of the Amazon.com gift cards is the same, $20. And you need to leave a comment under the same post with the correct answers. I will show you the 3 questions, and I will also update the post after we finish the live session. I will add the questions in the post as well, so you still have time to answer later. You don't have to answer them now. You have time until next week to answer the questions, so don't worry. If you participate in both activities, you get more chances of winning, basically. So I highly recommend you to participate in both activities. One of them by leaving a comment right now with the message "I attended this webinar." The second one by answering correctly to the 3 questions that we will show you in a bit. So this is our activity for today. I will also show you the 3 questions. I will kindly ask Kashif if he is still here to present the 3 questions. And you are invited to answer them in the community afterwards. Kashif, can you go ahead and read the 3 questions, please?
Yeah, the first question is, can FusionCube support VMware as a virtualization platform? Is it true or false? This is the first question. And can you go to the second question?
Sure.
You have to answer it on the portal. The second question is, which of the following storage options does FusionCube Center deploy during installation? So which answer is correct? You have to select the correct answer. And the third one is, please select the correct answer that apply. So you have to select the correct answer. Which answers are correct? It can be multiple or can be single, so it depends on you which one is correct. You have to select the correct one.
As I said, I will also update the post, meaning this post in the community. I will add the questions there. We will just finish the live session. But if you still have any questions for our host today, You can either address them now, or you can come here and leave them under this post. Because if Kashif cannot answer all the questions now, our experts will check the questions and will answer them later. And also, for those of you who are interested in the recording, I will upload the recording in the same post. So everything will be uploaded here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see the questions where you will see the question. Okay, as I said, the questions will be added here. You can check the chat box now. I shared the link again. This is where you'll see the questions, and that's where you need to answer as well. You need to leave a comment and answer the 3 questions which will be uploaded there. By the way, please don't answer to the questions here in the chat because the answers will not be taken into account. You need to go to this link that I shared again, and you need to answer the questions there, not in the chat. If you answer them in the chat, they will not be taken into account. Okay, that's really important to know. Okay. I don't see any more technical questions for now, just questions about the activity. Okay. If you guys have anything else that want to tell us, please let us know. If you have any suggestions for topics that you want us to approach in other future webinars, please let us know. That's also really useful for us to know. You are welcome to join our webinars and also share your feedback on how we can improve them and what topics you want to see. Okay, I will wait for a few more minutes so that you guys can still share your comments and in case there's any feedback left. I want to especially thank you, Kashif, for hosting your second webinar for this community. Thank you for your time. I want to thank everyone who was able to attend the live meeting. And in case you're not able to watch the full live webinar, don't worry, you'll be able to see the recording after the live session. So don't worry about that. And also, in case you are particularly interested in our webinars, please follow these 2 links. The first one, please go to the subscribe page and subscribe to webinars so that we can let you know by email when there's some new webinar coming. And if you want to see other webinars that have already taken place, I also highly recommend you to subscribe to the webinars collection in the community. You'll be able to find all the previous webinars there. So I think that's also useful for everyone who is trying to learn. Yes, questions are not yet visible. I will upload them after we finish the live session. So in case there are no more questions for now, thank you everyone for attending. I wish you good luck. We will announce the winners by July 7th. So you still have enough time, more than a week left to answer the questions and get a chance to win. So thank you everyone again. Have a nice day or evening ahead. And I hope to see you in the next webinars as well. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you all. Thank you, Alina. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kashif.
Bye-bye.